All right. Welcome back to the channel. Deontay Wilder. This is going to be a two-part discussion about Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. One is Deontay Wilder calling Anthony Joshua a coward, which I think is absolutely hilarious. And AJ's definitely out there acting like one. And the other one is Deontay Wilder talking about Tyson Fury and Tyson Fury's pillow fists, which I can prove. Okay, as close as I can prove it. Dude, Tyson Fury talking about he's knocking out Deontay Wilder, man, and definitely in the second round. Man, what are you talking about, dude? But Deontay Wilder, Deontay Wilder's a funny dude, man. Let's talk about that in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. So, Deontay Wilder, the WBC heavyweight champion of the world, is about to fight Tyson Fury, a champion in his own mind. And we're looking forward to it. It's going to be a good fight. I'm telling you right now, the fight could go either way. I do lean towards Deontay Wilder winning for a lot of different reasons. He does well in rematches. They're saying that he's going to come in a lot stronger than he did last fight. And it's undeniable that he came into the last fight with, well underweight and giving up a lot of size to a guy that, like Tyson Fury. Deontay Wilder walked into the ring somewhere around 212 pounds. He probably walked out of the ring somewhere around 205 pounds. And for a 6'7" guy, he needs to have a little more muscle on his frame. But so that's why I'm leaning towards him. And also, he's looked a lot better in his last two outings than Tyson Fury has, and it seemed like he really was working on some on some basics. And he said that in a press conference that the fighting Dominic Brazil sent Deontay Wilder back to the basics, back to things that he hadn't thought about in a long time. And obviously, one of those is just throwing a deadly straight right hand. Sometimes, obviously, man, if you had power like that, you might fall in love with it, right? And overlook some of the smaller, more technical things. So he said that he's going to make that fix. But one thing that he was asked about, was this Anthony Joshua fight. And, he said, man, don't talk to me about that coward. He didn't want to fight me. He doesn't want to fight. And look, this is definitely beating a dead horse, but man, I like kicking dead horses. Okay, what can I say? Because I think if you don't say it, if you don't repeat it, then people forget about it. Because people will repeat nonsense. They will repeat inaccurate information ad nauseum on YouTube about Deontay Wilder, from him not having ever fought a top 10 opponent to, him never making more than $1 million in a fight to, you don't know him, nobody knows him. And he sold 2,000 tickets and he gave away 18,000 tickets, all of that. His mama don't love him. He's really not a US citizen. All kind of nonsense that they make up about Deontay Wilder, man, on a regular basis, gets repeated and repeated and repeated. So look, I know I've talked about how Anthony Joshua was a coward, but a coward is a strong word because, he does get in there in the ring and he's fighting guys that are big, that can fight, they can hurt you. So, everything's relative, but the way that he behaved with Deontay Wilder is straight coward. The guy went from, working with Eddie Hearn to have Dillian White be the buffer guy. Dude, I was about to call him his fluffer, but I won't do that. I won't do that to AJ. But anyway, man, the whole give me $50 million and I'll fight you tomorrow crap that never happened. Deontay Wilder, he needs to get financially realistic. I think I will help Tyson Fury spar Deontay Wilder so, Tyson Fury can beat him, to making predictions that Tyson Fury is going to beat Deontay. Just hoping Tyson Fury is going to beat Deontay Wilder because he would have a better chance against Tyson Fury than he would Deontay Wilder. Now, I don't necessarily agree with the fact that he would have a easier time with Deontay Wilder's Tyson is Deontay Wilder, because Tyson Fury probably won't. Tyson Fury's so flaky, the fight might not ever happen, man. But anyway, you know, the fact that this dude behaves as if he didn't want to fight Deontay Wilder when he had everything to gain, man. He had everything to gain. He was one, just like Canelo Alvarez, and several people have done this actually. Gennady Golovkin had only Billy Joe Saunders to fight to become the undisputed middleweight champion of the world, and so he decides to go fight Canelo. That's a money thing. Canelo Alvarez is one fight away from being undisputed middleweight champion, and he decides to not fight Demetrius Andrade. That may be a money thing. That might be a style thing. With the fact with Anthony Joshua though turning down Deontay Wilder, that was not a money thing, because he was not going to make any more money fighting anybody else other than Deontay Wilder. And he and Eddie Hearn were on their we've got an 8-fight plan. This is not about one man or just one fight. We're planning the next 20 million years of AJ being champion. And, you know, Deontay Wilder can fight Dillian White. And who is he anyway? Nobody knows him. Man, get out of here, man. Once you got safe, you got quiet. Once you got safe, you got quiet. Same thing with Jarrell. Same thing with Jared Hurd and Jermell Charlo. Once he got those 2 belts, you know, he went through tough route to get past to Trout and Arislandi Lara to win his championships, you know, and then all of a sudden, oh, well, you know, I'm the man. And didn't want no parts of Jermell Charlo, man. Didn't want any parts of Jermell Charlo. Same thing, Jason Rosario, who beat J-Rock for those same two belts, said, well, you know, not Jermell Charlo. Man, these guys they real funny acting, man. But Anthony Joshua, there was no money excuse for that whatsoever. The dude, I agree 100% with Deontay Wilder. At the very least, I can understand why Deontay Wilder would believe that. And who wouldn't be a little bit worried about getting in the ring with Deontay Wilder? Anybody acting like they're not is just that they're not worried about it. Is just not telling the truth. Deontay Wilder has to have that fear factor with boxers, man. He has to. Dude is every bit as devastating a puncher and a knockout artist as Mike Tyson was. And people were scared to death to get in there with Mike Tyson. People ain't any more scary now than they were in the 1980s and the 1990s. So why wouldn't people be scared of Deontay Wilder walking in the ring with him, man? Get a little apprehensive. And I think that is exactly what you saw. I think that's what you saw in the eyes of Tyson Fury. That he looking at Deontay Wilder a little apprehensively, like, oh shit, this dude really can't hurt me. Like, oh, this fight, we're not going in here with no, you really can't punch and those guys. No, if Deontay Wilder's knocked everybody down, including you. So yeah, and Anthony Joshua has been there ringside for several of them and definitely been paid. Was so scared of Deontay Wilder that it threw him off his game against Andy Ruiz. Crazy, man. But look, so I'm 100% with him on that. Now, the other part of it is with Tyson Fury, where Tyson Fury says that he's going to knock Deontay Wilder out in 2 rounds. Deontay Wilder says, man, whatever with that feather. You can't train that dude into not being feather-fisted, right? And now let's examine this. Is Tyson Fury truly feather-fisted? Is he truly feather-fisted? And this is my answer to that. Well, let me lay out some things first. This is something that a guy named Troy King pointed out originally about it was before the fight between Kell Brook and Errol Spence Jr. And he talked about TKOs versus KOs, okay? So there's 2 ways that you can get a quote unquote knockout in boxing. One is a technical knockout, right? So like say the guy's out on his feet or he's just taking too much punishment and they're just like, stop. The guy really can't, he's not defending himself or, something like that. Or the guy, throws his, there's retired, which might be the injuries and things like that. Or if you get cut and you can't continue, that could be a technical knockout. So there are technical knockouts and then there are knockouts. Knockouts being you hit the dude, boom, he does not get out, he does not get up before the count of 10. That's a knockout, okay? The knockout is where the count, where they're like a 1, 2, 3 to 10 knockout, right? Or he's just knocked out like Manny Pacquiao, Juan Manuel Marquez, where he just boom, lands flat on his face. Those are KOs. Do you know how many KOs Tyson Fury has in his career? Total KOs he has in his career. Not TKOs, KOs. Two. And one is against a guy that had been knocked out like 11 times. He might have had like 6 or 7, whatever losses he had. It was at least 7 losses he had, and all but one of them had come about by either TKO or KO. He had been knocked. So basically, he had been this was early in his career, and a guy that had been getting knocked out. The other guy that he knocked out was a sucker punch. He knocked out Steve Cunningham with a sucker punch. And I remember that vividly because that was the first fight that Tyson Fury came over to America for. And after Steve Cunningham had knocked him down, Tyson Fury had Steve Cunningham up against the ropes, and he literally cuffed his head with his hand, with his left hand, cuffed his head, pulled his head down, and as he pulled his head down, he released his punch at the same time. So he literally moved his head this way, blinded him with his glove, and hit him, which is a straight up illegal blow, dude. It was a foul and a knockout. So he sucked, and the guy's a cruiserweight, and he's 102 pounds soaking wet, man. Steve Cunningham's 102. Steve USS Cunningham out of the great city of Philadelphia is 200 pounds soaking wet, man. He was outweighed by Tyson Fury, who sucker punched and leaned in on him by over 60 pounds. So, nah, man, your boy and his punching power is real suspect on that. But anyway, the feather fisted thing, that's for real. Anyway, it is what it is. Thank you guys for your support, for subscribing. If you're not subscribed, please remember to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Also, thanking everybody that supports in the live streams Monday through Friday, the Patreon, and join the channel as a member. And with that, we're out. Peace.